Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are going to be talking about dopamine and what the sweet spot is in junk food and healthy alternatives that you can use for your body to obtain it. We realize there could be lots of questions. Please feel free to text Dr. Justine, and she'll be happy to answer all of your questions. I wanted to
Hello.
well, Go ahead, Justine. I wanted to welcome Justine, and she's here with us. She's our leader here at Justine Blaney Wellness Center, and she really believes that everyone deserves a healthcare team that focuses on prevention, optimal health, and open communication. Please help me welcome Dr. Justine.
Hello, everybody. Lots of great stuff coming up. Today, we're going to talk about those, junk food cravings, why we want that dopamine hit, serotonin hit. So, we're also coming up, though, talking about contaminated foods, talking about foods that increase pain, increase inflammation. So, if you have things like rheumatoid, psoriasis, skin condition, gut conditions, arthritic conditions, injuries, forgetfulness. This inflammation talk is for you. And then, if you want to boost your immune system, help your body function better and have a better, metabolism, that's coming up on the 17th. And then, of course, anti aging is coming up in February. So, we've got great information. Share this with friends. So we're going to talk about from Dr. Jocker's article, 6 great foods that can improve your dopamine levels. So first of all, what the heck is dopamine? It is associated with your pleasure system. It allows us to feel good, feel motivated, get a reward. It is affected by our lifestyles, our different superfoods that we're going to talk about because it is one of the neurotransmitters, a way for your brain to send messages like electrical current from your brain to all the other different parts of your body. So this is in your bodies. It is essential for you to function well. And today we're going to be talking about 6 foods to help improve that in performance, improve that dopamine. So if you're low in dopamine, this is when you feel hopelessness, worthlessness, just can't handle stress, overwhelm. You start to want to isolate yourself even more. You just kind of feel like giving up. Feel just self-destructive thoughts, behaviors. This is when we go for those junk foods, the foods you know you shouldn't have, do the activities you know you shouldn't do. This is when we could get stuck into our phones, have trouble focusing, finishing tasks when we're dopamine deficiency. So you will see in this list some of the major symptoms of dopamine deficiency: depression or apathetic, lack of drive or motivation, impulsiveness, just making poor decisions like driving super fast or just not caring about, signaling, for example, physical and mental fatigue, overwhelm, and lack of focus, concentration. This is when we're craving. We want those comfort foods. We might have cold hands and feet, trouble finishing tasks, or just feel restless. We can't get anything done. A little bit of the shakes, and trouble waking up. So, these are significant things that can affect our whole life and how we function if we're not getting our dopamine energy transmitters on track. So lifestyle affects our dopamine. You can see the curves there. We want to have a sort of an expected response, and these can be affected by addictions such as drugs, foods, alcoholism, gambling. Can affect, if we go back to the slide right before, it can affect our whole body's ability to manage stress. So we know that the dopamine level is our pleasure system. It affects our moods, our attention, and our ability to learn. So this is something that is affecting our children. Now, we all get these surges from different activities that give us pleasure because we all need pleasure. What is important here, as you see in the green or the red line, is that it's at the surge is at the appropriate time. So if we look at lifestyles that kind of drain our dopamine levels, you will see that different forms of addictions of food or alcohol, adrenal fatigue, and we did a talk on this on how to test for adrenal fatigue, for example, with your blood pressure laying down and then standing up, or with um, your eye reflexes. Inflammation through your body and poor gut balance, poor sugar, insulin levels are all areas that can affect your dopamine levels. And these can be tested with your naturopath. And that's why I highly recommend doing consultations with our naturopath, Dr. Udani. So, most common causes you'll see again in this list of dopamine deficiency, one of them is the B vitamins, your B6 vitamin. Hypoglycemia is another one, the tyrosine or the phenylalanine deficiencies, getting exposure to toxins like lead or arsenic, cadmium, um, low in your vitamins, in your minerals like magnesium, iron, zinc, vitamin C, D, vitamin B3, or niacin. So the only way to have all of those vitamins tested, your B vitamins tested, to know if this is affecting you, is done with the naturopath or our holistic nutritionist. So, one of the best ways to help balance our nutrition is the anti inflammatory diet. I do recommend that you look at our previous talks on anti inflammatory diet because they are about an hour long, and we do have another one coming up. We want to have our vitamins tested. Do you need NAC? Do you need B6, B3? Sorry, B2, B12? Are you getting enough glutathione that helps your body manage stress? Glutathione and zinc are something that I take on a regular basis, along with my vitamin D3, my vitamin C, and my multivitamin. When you look at the anti inflammatory diet, we know that sugars increase inflammation, they affect that dopamine response. So we want to have less grains or only whole grains, no fast foods, fried foods. We want to go to organic if we can, and those healthy proteins are grass fed or free range proteins, and minimizing our sugars, including things that make us sugar, like your rice, your potato, your pasta. Um, the areas of high glycemic fruit, lots of fruit. I'm not saying no fruit, no bread, but I'm saying we have to monitor our sugar levels and make sure we're getting the nutrients we need in a healthy way. The sugar addiction is real. I know the more sugar I have, the more I want. Okay. The least I have, the less I crave for it. So the more you have sugar, the more craving, the more addictions you have, the more it affects your blood sugar. You get this spike and then you get this crash, the fallout, it rapidly falls, and then you need more sugar to get that energy going. And so the cycle repeats itself. So, we're going to talk about 6 foods that can help your dopamine levels. And you're going to love this one. It's chocolate, but it is that cacao chocolate, that dark chocolate. I do get one from keto chocolate from Costco. It's much easier. It comes in a little 4 square, so you can just have 1 square at a time. It's easy not to overeat, but it's going to have a lot of flavonoids, your iron, your copper, your magnesium. It's going to have some calcium. So, dark chocolate, even Lily's will make a healthier dark chocolate, can be a healthy way. And then many people, this can help with things like migraines, and it can help with menses or menopause. So, dark chocolate is one of the foods that you can have more of to help your dopamine levels. Blueberries. This is something I see my son all the time making his blueberry protein pancakes or protein French toast. Um, but blueberries are amazing, not just for your eyes, but also help you burn fat, low glycemic, so help manage your sugar levels, helps your heart, helps your memory, helps with bacterial infections. You can add this, like my son, to his breakfast or to oatmeal, but also you can juice it, can be a really, really great way. And then an excellent way also as a snack. Preferably sort of that 10 a.m. early morning snack, because again, you want to have more of your sugars, even your healthy sugars from healthy fruits and berries in the morning. Healthy nuts and seeds. This gives you your great omega 3s. This gives you your healthy fats. So you can see the walnut helps. Looks like a brain, so helps with good fat to your brain. But almonds, walnuts, cashews, macadamia nuts, seeds. So chia seeds, hemp seeds, sunflower seeds are all great snacks to increase on. And number four, raw grass fed fermented dairy. I find this harder to do, but you're trying to increase your omega 3s. The fermented products help your digestion, help, again, the healthy fats, which help your brain and dopamine levels, help reduce inflammation, and help dopamine and inflammatory levels. Now, healthy protein. Number six, super, super important. Wild caught versus farmed. So, whatever fish you're going for, you want it to be wild. That means that it gets to swim all around with other animals versus being in a pool. So, wild fish, we're looking for grass fed meats, beef, lamb, bison, buffalo. Our family will do elk, deer. Moose. So in Blake's family, my husband, they do hunting. So this is one way to get grass fed wild so that they're eating grass, real healthy foods, because you are what you ate. So you care what the animal ate. And then pasture raised, free run chicken, turkey, eggs. That means, again, the bird is able to eat the grass and run around versus eating grains, because grains make them fat fast and make you fat fast. So six amazing foods. If you look, sorry, the chart right before, you can really compare those animal foods. So if you look at the omega 3s, this is where you really want the healthy fats. You'll see, it's literally like 10 times more in the grass-fed beef compared to the grain-fed beef. If you look at the CLA, again, a healthy fat, you'll see, essentially 7 times more. And then if you look, for example, beta carotene, your vitamin E, your vitamin A, so much more of those healthy vitamins. So yes, you might pay more, but you get more. Even when you get the healthy eggs, sometimes they look a little smaller, but they're actually more jam packed with the vitamins that you need. We want to add those cruciferous vegetables. So what are they? They're the green ones: kale, collard, Brussels sprouts. The other day, my husband, he's the chef in the family, made Brussels sprouts with a little bit of vinegar and spices. Just put them on the rack and basically let them bake. Awesome, tasted delicious. Um, you want a cabbage, cauliflower. I love cauliflower rice. It's much better than rice itself for your health. It adds those vegetables in. And these are rich in your sulfur compounds, rich in your B vitamins and antioxidants and trace vitamins. Your allium family includes garlic, onions, chives, scallions, again, rich in the compounds and sulfur that you need. So we want to have as many of these. These can be juiced, steamed, or fermented to help your body get as much as these vegetables into your plate. Aim for half your plate once to twice a day minimum. And that's why juicing allows you to get more in more quickly to make it easier. I'm not a huge fan of sauerkraut. My husband loves it, but if you can make your own, that's a great option as well. So you can see here some of the pictures of those sulfur-rich foods that you want to add into your diet. One of the ones I love is radishes, adding that to salads, seafoods, bok choy, garlic, our asparagus. These are ones that we'll have in our diet on a weekly basis to make it easier to get those healthy greens into our diet. Now, super important, you got to have those six foods, but we need to make sure that our brain can help our body digest those foods. And that's taking care of our nervous system. Our brain sends messages down our spinal cord to our digestive system and our gut. That's why we have the brain gut reaction in order to be able to digest those foods, so in order to be able to help create that stress healthy stress response and dopamine response. So as we add those 6 foods, also take care of the engine, take care of the mechanics, and that's your nervous system. And that can be done with your chiropractor. Get a full checkup and make sure that you have ability to find out if you have subluxations, and then the removal of those subluxations so you can be functioning at your best and digesting those good foods, the good gas that you put into your system. So stay tuned with us. We love helping you. Add those dopamine rich foods, sulfur rich foods, essential oil, omega-3 rich foods. And coming up, we have what are the foods to stay away from, the contaminated foods, the dirty dozen, how to get rid of inflammation, the foods, and a healthy anti inflammatory diet to reduce pain, how to improve your metabolism, and how to improve aging. Share this with friends. We love to see you. Remember that we do complimentary consultations with all of our team members, our naturopath, our acupuncturist, our holistic nutritionist, the chiropractors, and a massage therapist. Connect with us and please do a review. That helps us help others. Take care and see you soon.